Hello students, welcome to this e-learning lectures on digital electronics or digital techniques. So we are into our 8th lecture, and in the last lecture we have discussed the conversion of a decimal number first into equivalent binary and then into equivalent octal number with both parts, considering both parts, the integer part and the fractional part. Okay. Now, in this lecture, we are going to see the conversion of decimal number to its equivalent hexadecimal number. In this part also, we have the integer part and the fractional part. Okay, just to recall the method that we have used to convert decimal to binary and decimal to octal is we have considered their base for the repeated division and repeated multiplication. So if you see the conversion of decimal to binary, the binary base is 2, and that's why we have used repeated division by 2 method and repeated multiplication by 2 method. In the conversion of a given decimal number to its equivalent octal, we have used divide by 8 and multiply by 8 method, since the base of this octal number is 8. Now, if you recall the steps that we have followed for both of these, they remains same for converting this decimal number into hexadecimal number. Now here, the hexadecimal number has the base 16. That is why now we are going to use this 16, that is repeated division by 16 and repeated multiplication by 16. So division by 16 is for integer part and multiplication by 16 is for fractional part. Okay, so let us first see this integer part. Now all the steps remains same as I said. We are supposed to only multiply or divide a given number by 16 itself. So I'll read these steps for you so as to revise both these steps, that is for decimal to binary, decimal to octal, and now we are going to see decimal to hexadecimal. First step is to divide a given number by 16. So as I said, as the base is 16, here note down the quotient and remainder. Now one thing here you have to note is the remainder can be within the range of 0 to 15, since the base is 16, that is not greater than 15. Then we have seen different symbols for hexadecimal numbers, which starts from 0 to 9 and then A to F, where this A corresponds to 10 and F corresponds to 15. Then convert the remainder into decimal to hexadecimal. Whatever remainder we have obtained, which is in the range of 0 to 15, that we are supposed to convert them into hexadecimal. So for 0 to 9 it remains 0 to 9 respectively, and if it goes above 10 and below 15, then we have to replace them by these alphabets. So A equal to 10, B equal to 11, C equal to 12, D equal to 13, E equal to 14 and F equal to 15. Okay, as I already discussed that you need to remember, you need to by heart this equivalence, where A10, B11, C12, D13, E14 and F15, right? Then the step second is divide the quotient which was obtained from this first step by 16 again. Okay, convert remainder in decimal to hexadecimal as above. Then repeat the step 2 until a quotient is no longer divisible by 16. So we have to see the final quotient, if it is less than 16 or is it further divisible by 16. then equivalent hexadecimal is equal to reading of remainder in hexadecimal form from bottom, which becomes MSD, to top, which becomes LSD. Okay. Now here, to represent a hexadecimal number, we use capital H or small h. I hope these steps are clear for you. Let us go through these examples. Okay, so here I have taken this example. 249, a decimal number, is supposed to be converted into its equivalent hexadecimal. So let us see this 249 divided by 16. Okay, so we can have a rough calculation here. 249 divided by 16. So it is 16 ones are 16, remainder is 8, and this 9 here. Okay, 16 fives are 80, right? So this is remainder is 9. So this becomes our quotient and this becomes our remainder. So taking this quotient here, now the obtained quotient is in decimal form. We are supposed to convert that into its hexadecimal form. Okay, then taking this quotient here itself. Now in the very second step, we get to the last point, that is this number further divisible by 16 or is this number greater than 16? In both cases it is not. So take this 15 here as it is. Now this 15 is in decimal, which we are supposed to convert that into hexadecimal. Okay, and then going from bottom to up, so as to note the equivalent hexadecimal number. So this 249 decimal has F9 as its equivalent hexadecimal number. Okay, we can even verify this with help of calculator. Okay, so I get 249 as a decimal number. So you can see this, it is a decimal number, and if I convert this into, sorry, just a minute. So if I convert this into hexadecimal, it is F9. So we are absolutely correct. I hope this example is clear for you. Then we can go for this second example. 620 divided by 16. So it is repeated division by 16. So let us have here a rough calculation. This 16 4s are 64, which is greater than this. So 16 3s are 48. Okay, so the remainder is 14. So this is 140, and 16 8s are 128. So remainder is 12. Now this is our quotient, this is our remainder, which is in decimal form, right? So I take this remainder here. Now this 12 corresponds to this C, right? So I write down here C. I further take this quotient here itself. I further divide this by 16 again to have a rough calculation. 16 2s are 32. So remainder is 6. 6 is in the decimal form itself. I take this quotient here. Now, is this 2 further divisible by 16 or is it greater than 16? In both cases it is not. So I take this 2 here, going from this way. So it is 26C. So 620, a decimal number, has its equivalent as 26C. Okay, we can even verify this with help of calculator. So I have 620 and if I convert this, I get 26C. So again, we are absolutely correct. So this is the method of converting a given decimal number into its equivalent hexadecimal as far as integer part is concerned. Now let us try to see the conversion of fractional part. Again here the method remains same, just we have to change the number which we are supposed to multiply. And as the base of this hexadecimal is 16, we are supposed to multiply repeated multiplication by 16. Okay, so quickly we'll go through these steps. So decimal fraction is multiplied by 16. Record the carry, that is the number just before the decimal point, in the integer portion. Convert the recorded carry digit in decimal to hexadecimal as we have discussed previously. Then continue this step till either we get the final number as 0, and if you are not getting that number as 0, then you have to go for at least 6 times. So 6 iterations you have to do. Okay, equivalent hexadecimal number is equal to reading of recorded carry from top to bottom. Okay, so let us see this conversion here. I have actually already solved the examples, so I will just go through that examples. Okay, or even I can try to solve here. So it is 0.125 into 16. Okay, so now I need to go for this 0.125 into 16. I get 2. So this is 2.0, right? So taking this carry in the integer part here. Now this 2 is in decimal and we are supposed to take in the hexadecimal, which is 2 itself. Now if I take 2 from this 2.0, what I left is 0. So this is only a single step solution, right? So 0.125 in a decimal has 0.2 in hexadecimal, right? Then considering the very next example, let us try to convert this 0.76 a decimal number into its equivalent hexadecimal number. Okay, so I have already solved this. Let us just go through this, right? So 0.76 into 16. So what I get is 12.16. So I have written this 12.16 here. Now taking this 12 here. Now these are in the decimal form, which we are supposed to convert into the hexadecimal form, right? So taking 12 out of this, what is left is 0.16. Now 0.16 into 12, so it is it's in 16, so it is 2.56. okay, so 0.16 into 16 is 2.56. now taking this 2 again here, 2 in a decimal is equal to 2 in a hexadecimal, right? Now taking this 0.56 for next iteration and multiplying that with the 16. Okay, so 0.56 into 16 again, 0.56 into 16, so it is 8.96. So again taking this 8 here, okay, 8 in a decimal is equal to 8 in hexadecimal, right? Then taking 8, what I left out of this number is 0.96. now I again multiply this 0.96 by 16 and I get 15.36. so 0.96 into 16, so what I get is 15.36. right? Now taking this 15 here, now 15 in decimal corresponds to F in hexadecimal. Okay, now taking this 0.36 again here and multiplying that with 16, so this is 5.4. Where are we? Yeah, 0.36 into 16 is, oh, I got it wrong. Okay, 0.36 into 16 is 5.76, right? So 5 I take here, which is correct in decimal form and hexadecimal form. Okay, so what I left is 0.76, right? So 0.76 into 16 is 12.16. So this is 12.16. See, we have again reached to the first step, and then this goes on continue. Okay, so this is 12 and this becomes C, right? So we have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iterations, and if you see, then this process is an infinite loop, so no need to go further, we can stop here. Okay, and then as per the rule, we need to go from this top, which is MSD, to bottom, which is LSD. Okay, so this is some corrections here, right? So what that number is, 0.76 decimal has 0.C28 F5C equivalent in hexadecimal number. Okay, right? So as I have seen here a small error while calculating, I request every student to be careful while this calculation. It can change a number here which might produce an incorrect result. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you. You can note down these examples and try to solve this, right? And I'm again very happy that few of the students are actually trying to solve that and posting the correct answers. So really thank you for that. Now you can go for this numbers and try to convert this decimal into its equivalent hexadecimal number. Okay, so up till now we have seen 3 types of conversion. Out of 12 we have covered 3 types of conversion, considering first the decimal number, binary, octal and hexadecimal. Now method is same, you have to use continuous divide by and continuous multiply by. So this for integer and this for fraction. Now with which number you are going to have continuous division or continuous multiplication depends on the base of the given this number, the number which we are supposed to convert into, right? So base, this becomes divide by 2 and multiply by 2, then divide by 8, multiply by 8, and then divide by 16 and multiply by 16. Okay, so I hope these 3 conversions are clear for you. You can by yourself take any number and try to convert that number in any of this form, either in binary, octal or hexadecimal. And you can post me that exercise which you have taken by yourself to just verify that you have got the correct answer. Okay, so we'll stop here, and in the next lecture we will consider next number system, that is binary, and we'll try to convert a given binary number into its equivalent octal, decimal and hexadecimal, right? So in the next lecture we'll come up with different rules for binary to decimal, binary octal, binary hexadecimal conversion, right? Till then, stay safe, stay happy, and enjoy this e-learning. Thank you.